So now we're going to be doing a quick little exercise called circle and draw. This is where we're putting together the circling exercise, the circling around exercise, and the draw exercise, okay? So what that looks like is I like to start first with circling, okay? So I'll take a deep breath. I'm going to walk all the way around my pony here, but I'm just taking my time as I kind of just move around here nice and slow. Remember, at this hind end, we're not going to hang out here. I'm just going to work my way around here. Very good. And so now that I have pretty much circled all the way around my horse, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give him a rub on the eye. And I like to rub on this eye because then once he kind of starts to lean into that, I'm going to back off and I'm going to kind of just see if I can pull at that eye. I'm going to raise my hand there to get his attention, and then I'll release as he draws, okay? So a little bit sticky on this side, and that's something we'll be working on to get him to where he has better understanding on this side, okay? But let's see how he does when I circle around this way over to that side, and then when I draw him that way. So I'm going to start with circling here. I'm going to go ahead, good boy, and I'm going to circle. So I want to make sure that there's lots of clarity here, okay? So I'm going to draw around here, take my time. There, good boy. Very good. And now I'm going to go and I'm going to rub on this eye. And he's getting a little cranky here. See how he got a little nippy there? I'm going to give him a correction there and let him know that by being cranky, that he's going to have to do a little bit of movement, right? And so when he stops kind of flipping that nose there and softens, then I'm going to give him release there. And this is important, guys. Even though we're doing these quick 5-minute exercises, if you see something where there is a lack of understanding, frustration, where your horse is acting out, don't ignore it just to get that exercise done. Abort mission, focus on that. I should be able to bring my hand over here by his muzzle without him being nippy. And you see how he's kind of being nasty and nippy there? So I'm gonna correct here until he softens. I'm gonna ask him to soften. I'm gonna come back by the muzzle here. I don't want him to be mouthy, because a lot of times that mouthiness turns into nippiness. So I'm gonna back, right back to it here. I'm gonna grab him around here. I'm gonna come around here. And when you're doing this, be careful, because if you do have a mouthy horse, they might chomp your finger off, right? So you wanna make sure that you're ready to grab on that rope and correct if they're being nasty and ugly. But I want to make sure that I'm communicating that to him with clarity. There we go, much better. You see, he took that deep breath, lowered his head. Those are all things that indicate that he's being more trusting, more relaxing, less kind of nippy, frustrated, cranky, those kinds of things. So I'm going to go right back to it, okay? So I'm going to start back on this side where we were. Okay, again, we aborted mission. We'll get right back to it. I'm going to circle around. I'm going to come all the way around here. And then I'm going to come back on this side. And I'm going to draw at the eye there. Much better. He's not being cranky and nippy. And now I'm going to see if I can draw on this side and draw my pony to me. Very good. So you can see how when we combine the two, it's really giving us a better idea of where their understanding is, right? I want to be able to go from my pony standing nice and relaxed to drawing them in. As we advance with this, we can get this looking a little bit sweeter, where he's moving more fluid and looks kind of cool. But that's not the goal to start with. We really want to focus on building that understanding, starting nice and quiet with minimal expectations and just looking for that response, looking for that understanding of them knowing the difference of when we want them to draw to us and when we want them to stand still so that we can circle around, do what we're doing, move around.